Okay guys, so here's an update on the smashed Jeep. I'm just gonna show you guys the actual damage. It's really starting to rust now on the hood. I mean, it was already rusting, as you guys can see, so it wasn't gonna be too much longer before I actually needed a hood. So obviously, I really screwed this thing up pretty bad. The core support is fine. I mean, you can even see the green paint from my truck where it just barely made contact there. You can see where it made contact right here. A little mark right there. But, yeah. No fender damage, so that's always good, so I don't have to replace that. In order to get this bumper off, I need to take these three things off. These three, like, whatever they are, tabs maybe. Gotta get those off carefully. Usually I'm just used to ripping them off, but this is a road vehicle. This isn't no demolition derby car, so gotta replace this whole fan shroud. I mean, not the fan shroud. This whole plastic shroud here that goes all the way across under the bumper, all the way across here. And we're gonna need a whole new headlight assembly. You see one of these tabs I pretty much pulled out, but I have a feeling it's not gonna be that easy. The frame on this is awesome. It's just, that's probably the only reason we're keeping it. We would probably junk it if the frame wasn't so good. Or maybe sell it for parts. Because this thing's starting to rust pretty badly. In places you wouldn't, I mean, this is a usual place. But it's rusting in places you won't expect for a car to rust. Like the top of the store over here. Up here. Well, that was just because of a little scratch. Well, not a little scratch, obviously it's quite a big scratch or whatever. But we bought it like that, so. And it really is eating away at this thing. Every year it just gets thinner and thinner here and over here. I can almost push this in now. It's not so solid anymore. But actually, underneath, the door is in fantastic shape. Which kind of sucks because every single other door on this Jeep is in terrible shape. Terrible, terrible shape. That's the usual. And the only door that needs to be replaced is this one, which kind of sucks because this is still a good door. If that wasn't there, got a little bit of rust there. All in all, it really is still really clean. Look at that. Rock was almost. I mean, there's a little bit of rust forming, but it ain't bad at all. And underneath, this thing's absolutely perfect. Interior. Well, I would show you it, but it's kind of messy right now. It's also in pretty good shape. Door panels aren't the best shape, but whatever. They're just door panels. What this vehicle is meant to do, doesn't matter. We don't really give a crap. So, as far as the motor goes, it's okay. It's got 160 some odd 66, I believe, miles, 166,000. A little bit, that's really annoying. That pokes you in your arm every time you set your arm there, but seat's in a little bit torn up, but all in all, it's in decent shape. This is a little bit worn, but it's nice and solid, so. This has gotten a lot worse because rainwater just has been coming through the skylight and not skylight. I can't even think of what it's called now. Sunroof. There we go. And it's totally rotted this away, and it's pretty nasty. Along with this, except that it's in pretty good shape actually. I'm just gonna have to take up like a pen or something and fucking just gonna go like that and tuck it in there, and then do it the same on this. And but I don't know, it's not so bad. So this is kind of a boring video, I can already tell, but okay, so I'm gonna list out what it needs now, except I'm also gonna list the stuff I freaking caused to it. New hood, new grill, new plastic shroud, new headlight assembly, front axle, a few other things in the front, and a whole bunch of stuff. A passenger door, which we already have actually sitting down here, so let me go over to that and show you guys that. So here's this door. It's perfect, but the siding is wrong. This didn't come off a Grand Cherokee Limited. This came off of a regular Grand Cherokee. Unlike ours, being a V8, it says right here on the passenger door, Grand Cherokee Limited. And it's not going to say that, and this is going to be totally wrong and mismatch from that one, which kind of sucks. And it's also rusted out on the bottom, which even sucks more. So at least all the 4 doors will be matching now. Okay, let's see what else is wrong with it. One of the valves keeps on getting stuck. It has to do with the throttle, and it's making it rev at 2,500 RPM sometimes. I don't know. I'm gonna start it up and see if that happens, but if it does, that's gonna kind of suck. See what I was meaning? It had a gold stripe right here. This one doesn't. So it's gonna be mismatching unless we replace these panels on the passenger side with that one. Almost voice crack there. I'm starting to lose my voice, but I'm gonna go ahead and start it up and see what happens. This battery's practically almost dead. I would turn this off. You can see it's gonna lose very fast. It's gonna stay at 6.5 for maybe a little bit, but it just keep on going down until 5.7. So I'm gonna turn that on. Let's go hop in and hopefully we'll have no battery issues. This is kind of an old star on this thing. Our airbag light is on. Well, one of the airbags are blown, so we're gonna have to check into that. Let's see what happens. There we go. Uh-oh. We got a new light on. Huh. That makes a little bit, that makes me worried a little bit. I can't remember why that's on. Maybe it's because we took that valve off and then we put it back on, and maybe that came on. I don't know. I don't think it would be anything serious. Fuel pressure is good. I mean, oil pressure is good. So, can't be anything too serious. We're pretty low on gas. I think we're gonna run out, but still runs good. And Chrysler made it so when you press it says apply brake, but you don't have to. I think this may be broken. I don't know. All you have to do is press this button and it'll go from park whenever it wants to. I'm gonna put on my phone brake, but but even though my foot isn't on the brake, it'll still go. I'm gonna slide back a little bit, but I'll drive it around for you, but can have a boat behind us, so it has 167,000 miles. Obviously, the right turn signal does not work in the front because there is no light there. But obviously, as you guys can tell, still runs pretty good. Still has that belt squeak. Got the exhaust leak, I think, has gotten bigger. That's no problem because I kind of like the sound of this thing anyway, so I'm going to be looking for those parts because we got to get this thing fixed before it goes back on the, before winter comes, so we can get this thing back on the road for a winter vehicle, because my dad doesn't want to drive his GMC truck, his Yukon, two-door Yukon, during the winter because it's gonna freaking rust out. And this thing's a monster in the snow. This thing is absolutely awesome in the snow. And it, well, obviously, we've driven for every single winter. He bought this thing for $500. We put a battery in it, started right up. And the guy thought there was something seriously wrong with it. And obviously, that's not the case. Well, wasn't the case. But, so when we've put this thing through quite a bit of winters, and obviously, this thing's still holding up quite well. Except under the doors. And it's not even noticeable on the other side almost. So this thing actually is doing not that bad on rust at all, compared to what it could be. This is, I think, a common rust place on the Jeeps, but I don't think it's so much of a problem on these Jeeps. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Only need one more subscriber to be 50, so please subscribe. Okay. I'm sorry this was such a boring video. Oh yeah, it also needs a new windshield, but whatever. Okay. That isn't really going to affect the driving of this capability, but and obviously the last time it was inspected, May of 16. I mean, no, May of 15, but it needed to be inspected May of 16, and obviously this thing's out of inspection, so yep. Alright, well, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. I'm really hoping to get this thing fixed. I really like this Jeep. Sorry, Jeep, for hitting you. That's all I gotta say. My truck's still here. He isn't gonna pick it up until about early September time. So, and I have a new trailer coming. Alright, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye, buddy.